Welcome to the Cannabis Investor. Today we have a very special interview with Greg Engel, CEO of OrganiGram. OrganiGram is a licensed producer of medical marijuana from Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. Let's jump right into the interview to hear more about OrganiGram from the CEO himself. Good afternoon, Greg, and thanks so much for being on the show today.
It's great. Thanks very much. I appreciate you having me on today.
So let's say we're stuck in an elevator and I'm asking you to introduce me to OrganiGram in 90 seconds or less. What do you say?
Yeah, so OrganiGram is an East Coast-based licensed producer under Health Canada's ACMPR program. So we're producing medical cannabis today for patients across Canada. And we are also preparing for the adult recreational market in anticipation of new legislation and that market opening up next year. What really differentiates us is that we are a high-quality but low-cost producer. We've got some significant advantages on power costs, which are one of the big drivers on an indoor facility. But we're producing a very high-quality product. We're also have a plan in place right now to develop a very extensive platform of extract and edible-based products due to a partnership we have with a company in Colorado called TGS, or the Green Solution. So those are two big differentiators for us. And the third would be that we're well-capitalized and we're investing heavily in expansion, and we're going to be prepared for the adult recreational market.
The Canadian cannabis industry is showing signs of becoming a very rapid growing industry. How is OrganiGram positioning themselves to grow with the industry?
As I said, one is certainly our expansion. So again, our effort right now is really in a build-out. I mean, I'm sitting in a building right now that is going to add over 100,000 square feet of production to our facility by the end of this year. And that, we do things very differently at OrganiGram. We produce on 3 levels within one production room. So that's a big advantage for us, having that, as I said, fully funded and working on that expansion. But the other is really, as I said, really prepping for the adult recreational market. What are we doing in terms of preparing new forms and developing formulations with our partner out of Colorado, the Green Solution, to have a wide range of products available once legislation allows them at different stages. And really the last thing we're working on is looking at international opportunities. We continue to see other markets, whether or not they're in Europe, Australia, South America, are looking at putting in medical cannabis programs. So there are, in the near term, export opportunities, but over time will also be investment opportunities in those markets for us as a leading Canadian licensed producer.
Growing organic marijuana is OrganiGram's niche offering in the medical marijuana space. Why is this so important for your product?
So currently we are actually not organically certified as a result of a recall we had last year. We lost our certification, but we are working towards recertification. So we're working with our partner EcoCert on that. And we feel actually that organic cannabis will have a very strong position in the adult recreational space. In the medical space, patients are primarily looking for effect, and while organic's been important, we think it's going to be even more of a differentiator in the adult recreational space when people are looking for, an organically grown product that undergoes rigorous testing that they can rely on in the same way they look for organically grown vegetables or organic wines today. It's a big differentiator for us in the future.
What are some exciting projects that OrganiGram is working on for 2017? And why is this so important for your product in creating shareholder value?
Yeah, it's a great question. So as I said, we're very well capitalized. So we had, at the end of our last quarter, we had just over $55 million on our balance sheet. And the bulk of that is going into expansion. So we're spending just under $40 million over the next 12 to 18 months on increasing our production from just under 6,000 kilos to 26,000 kilos. And we think that expansion is going to be critical in supplying not only the current medical market, but in preparation for the adult recreational market when that market comes into place next year.
Once again, Greg, thanks so much for being on the show today.
Thanks again for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity.
We look forward to keeping an eye on OrganiGram and all of the exciting developments in the near future. And to all of our viewers, remember to follow us on Facebook to stay in tune with all of our latest posts.